In this video, we're going to be looking at writing the equation of an ellipse in standard form when we're given the length of its major axis and its foci. So let's start by looking at the standard form of an ellipse with a horizontal major axis. So that's going to be x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Here, the center will be h comma k. The length of the major axis is always going to be 2a. The length of the minor axis will be 2b. The distance between the foci will be 2c. And the distance from center to foci will be c, where c squared equals a squared minus b squared. Next, let's look at when the ellipse has a vertical major axis. So the standard form of that is going to be x minus h squared over b squared plus y minus k squared over a squared equals 1. Again, the center will be h comma k. The length of the major axis will be 2a. The length of the minor axis will be 2b. The distance between the foci will be 2c. And the distance from the center to the foci will be c, where c squared equals a squared minus b squared. So let's look at a couple of examples. In this first example, we have find the equation of the ellipse having a major axis of length 10 and foci at -4, 2 and -4, -2. So first, we want to find the direction of the major axis, because that's going to tell us which form we need. So find the direction of the major axis. Our foci are at -4, 2, and -4, -2. Our major axis is going to connect our foci. So I see that my x-coordinate in both is -4. So this tells me I have a vertical major axis. So my standard form will be x minus h squared over b squared plus y minus k squared over a squared equals 1. Next, I want to find the center. The center is halfway between the foci. On the major axis. So we have foci of -4, 2, and we have -4, -2. The -4 is common in both. They are both on our major axis. So my h, which is always my x-coordinate, is going to be -4. And to find k, I need to find what is halfway between 2 and -2. So I'm going to do 2 plus -2 over 2, which gives me 0 over 2, which is 0. So my center is -4, 0. Next, I want to find a squared and b squared. So we know that 2a equals the length of the major axis. And then we know 2c equals the distance between the foci. Okay, so we're given that the length of the major axis is 10, So here we have 2a equals 10. To get a, we divide by 2, and we get a equals 5. So then a squared is equal to 25. And then we look at 2c. So 2c is equal to the distance between the foci. So since we have -4 as the x-coordinate for both of these, we don't need to look at that. We need to look at the y-coordinates. So that's going to be the absolute value of 2 minus -2. So we get 2c equals 4, c equals 2. So c squared equals 4. So then we use our formula from above, and we can do b squared equals a squared minus c squared to get b squared. So b squared equals 25 minus 4, so b squared equals 21. So now we have the pieces that we need. We have our b squared, we have our a squared, and we have our center. So we have x minus h is -4, so x plus 4 squared over b squared is 21 plus y minus 0 squared over a squared is 25 equals 1. So if we simplify, we get x plus 4 squared over 21 plus y squared over 25 equals 1. Let's look at a second example. In our second example, it says find the equation of the ellipse having major axis of length 6 at foci and foci. And foci at 0, 4, and -4, 4. So, the first step we want to take again is to find the direction of the major axis. So, here we have foci of 0, 4, and -4, 4. The thing they have in common is their y-coordinate. So we have a horizontal major axis. So if that's the case, our standard form is going to be, we can see it up here at the very beginning, x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Next, we want to find our center. And our center is midway between our foci, which are 0, 4, and -4, 4. Here we don't need to worry about our y-coordinate because our foci and our center all lie on the major axis, which is y equals 4. So our center, our h, is going to be 0 plus -4 over 2, which gives us -4 over 2, which is -2. And our k is simply going to be 4. So our center is at -2, 4. Third, we want to find a squared and b squared. So we know 2a is equal to the length of our major axis, which in this problem is 6. So that tells us that a equals 3 and a squared is equal to 9. We know that 2c is equal to the distance between our foci, Since they lie on the same y line, we only need to worry about the x's. So we get 0 minus negative 4. So 2c equals 4. C equals 2c squared equals 4. So then we can use our other formula, b squared equals a squared minus c squared, to get b squared. So we have b squared equals 9 minus 4, which gives us 5. So now we can write the equation of the ellipse in standard form. So our standard form was x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So we have x minus negative 2, because that's our h, squared, over a squared is 9, plus y minus 4 squared over b squared was 5 equals 1. So if we simplify that, we get x plus 2 squared over 9 plus y minus 4 squared over 5 equals 1. And that's our answer.